have to look and find out, but we're gonna have a pretty awesome race, and we're getting started right now.
So starting from 2 different places. I like that.
Of note, there are different types of randomization that you can do, and we're doing the full randomization. Looks like we get a map check here early on. 5 and 6 in the Light World, Desert Palace in Hera, and then we have a pendant over in Eastern. That's really interesting. That might make for a pretty early pyramid fairy location check.
Absolutely.
Remember, all these things are randomized, so these guys are going in all sorts of directions, and they can check certain areas like the sanctuary is paired with the escape entrance. So, like, areas where you would fall down and exit are paired together. So those are things that they can use to their advantage. So if you see them, like, not checking one but the other, then it's because they realize they don't need to.
Absolutely, and I'm digging the Pika's beginning to this, where he's picking up a few bombs and checking out that Dark World tree location inside of the is that the archery game that's there?
Oh, and we already find a pretty awesome location with Paradox Cave here. Wow, there's a lot of items in here. 7 items to be found. Really nice find. I imagine Gem's gonna find that soon enough. And Gem actually finds the secret passage.
Gonna get that piece of heart off the uncle and check out the other item down the hallway.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're gonna see these 5 items here from PikaPals. We got 20 rupees, we got a piece of heart. We are playing open mode, so these guys do need to find weapons. Right now, all they got are bombs. Fortunately,
Well, Gem
finding more.
Gem has already broken that by getting a sword down the hallway in the secret entrance.
And we have our first bottle in Paradox Cave from PikaPals. Nice fairy safety in there, too.
So the interesting thing is, the thing I love about the item randomizer is it makes you go places that you don't normally go for all of the different locations. Entrance randomizer doubles down on that fact by making you go into every entrance that you didn't even think was, you think about in any other game. Like down on the southeast of the Dark World, there's a whole bunch of entrances that no one ever sees.
Yeah, we like to call that the shopping mall, because generally you just get a bunch of shops out there, but it can pay off for sure. Looks like PikaPals managed to wiggle his way over to the secret passage area as well. So that is actually quite convenient.
Gonna get himself that sword as well.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something like, 12 fairy fountains in the entire game?
Yep, you'll be seeing a lot of fairy fountains, and, areas where you can, like, catch fairies and whatnot. And it looks like we found our first dungeon, which is Palace of Darkness. Yes, Palace of Darkness is in the Light World. Surprise!
Hanging out in Grandma's house.
So Gem's gonna make an early visit here to Pod and manages to find a key, so can make progress. Sometimes you can get bow locked here.
I don't know if I would have done the death warp there. You're basically saving like 2 room transitions for a death screen. I don't know if that's exactly the best, but it works.
And Gem electing to not continue. We find another dungeon. It's Ice Palace. Wow.
This is just the Hall of Dungeons. Aw. I was hoping we'd find a few more there.
And you can actually use the music to your advantage to figure out what you need for that dungeon, because you only see what's in the Light World if you map in the Light World.
So we found the Moon Pearl at the Lumberjack Cave, which means our players are probably going to prioritize falling into holes. Or that hole. It was awfully convenient.
Alright, will PikaPals elect to continue through pod, and it seems like he wants to. A little dangerous with 3 hearts, but he can make a little bit of progress here.
There's at least, 3 locations in total that you can check without, if you get a key there, including the key. I think it's worth at least dipping in to get a few more things, right? You can get the bridge item here and fall down and get one more thing.
And if you get another key, then you can keep going.
Absolutely. And the way keys are always loaded in Palace of Darkness, it is absolutely worth getting yourself into the back end of the dungeon.
Right. But it looks like PikaPals wants to go to this early location here. The Vanilla Big Key location, which might not hurt. Might be good. Too poor for the chess game. Need 5 more rupees, Gem. That's a bit sad, but I'm sure he'll come back to it. Just by means of, because of the way the randomizer's coded, this tavern location is vanilla. So you'll notice that it's probably about the only vanilla location you'll find.
It has to do with the fact that it's the only downward-facing overworld door in the entire game.
Okay.
You can't pair it up with anything else.
Well, we found the flippers there, so that's not too shabby.
Not too shabby at all. Flippers give a surprising amount of access to a lot of places. Oh, and the archery game, my favorite.
Can you play the archery game without the bow?
I believe you can. I think it's much like the shovel, but...
Okay.
Like the shovel
I wasn't actually sure. I haven't tried it before. Ooh, and we just found where Ganon's hiding. He is in the well. So if they do find the hammer and jump in there, then they'll be able to fight Ganon. Now the thing is, Ganon will be invincible until they have collected all the crystals and have completed Aghanim's tower.
Pika doing the underground outside of Helmasaur's room, finding 2 keys, which means he's pretty much going to be able to check a lot more of Pod.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw that Turtle Room held the Master Sword, so that's a really nice sword upgrade here early on. These guys are getting some good weapons.
Gem found a rupee farm. Right there in the front of the tavern. Probably going to go talk to the cross-product character.
And PikaPals managed to farm up a lot of rupees in Pod as well, so might save him a little bit of time.
He's got to be real careful where he is right now, though.
Yeah, those dinosaurs don't mess around. I don't actually know what they're called.
Those are Kodongos.
Kodongos, okay. That makes sense.
I wonder how far Gem's gonna farm up over here. He might go all the way to like Zorakash, or just, a good starting amount, but yeah, just a good starting amount.
Not a bad plan, can buy a bunch of bombs if need be. Definitely wants enough for this chess game. And there is a full heart. That's pretty nice. So PikaPal's struggling a little bit in the dark maze. I don't blame him. That's tough with 4 hearts and no mail. So he's going to be heading somewhere else. And he can check the back of Escape, which will always have... it will always be paired with the Sanctuary. So he knows for sure that he's going to be able to check 3 chests here, which is always good.
Talk about that bow.
The D! I love it. That is an awesome find, and with that key, he's actually going to be able to continue down this route and check out what's in the dark area. So we're going for more dark strats.
I do like that the library was leading to the Waterfall Ferry, one of our newer additions.
Indeed. And we just peeked at 5 bombs on the race game. Looks like we're going to see Paradox Cave from Gem. Get that bottle, that early bottle. Will be a nice safety.
Looks like he's not interested, wants to check the other exit to see where it leads to.
It's not a bad plan if you can get an idea of like the lay of the land. Like these can lead you to completely different areas of the map. Maybe it'll head up to Death Mountain, and there's Death Mountain, so that could be some nice access.
That's
Over there.
huge. There's a lot of entrances on Death Mountain.
Mm-hmm. So that bow was a really nice find for PikaPals. I hope Gem heads back there soon enough, because the thing is, Gem started at the Sanctuary, but didn't have any bombs to start off with,
Right.
so couldn't actually access those 3 chests.
And PikaPals is going to do the race game check to see the bomb capacity upgrade.
Definitely a good plan, and if he does go back into Paradox Cave, then he will be able to test out some other entrances, but he's going to check a couple other things. And Gem is investigating this other exit, which heads up in this direction.
And Pika's going to do a little farming to make sure they have Zora money when they get to that point.
Always a good idea. I mean, Pika doesn't have flippers, but I'm sure he'll find them soon in the back of the tavern, and that'll definitely be within the logic for them very soon, so nice to have that.
Ooh, money laundering.
And that was Sankheart at that chess game.
Oh, wow. Looks like Gem's going to go back in now to Pod and do a little bit further investigation. Feels a little more comfortable with 5 hearts over 3.
I like the play. He's going to get his Master Sword, which is pretty awesome. Unfortunately, did not pick up the bow first, which could have allowed him to full clear everything except the boss. And we might see PikaPals utilize that bow to go back in, since he is in this area anyways. But there's still lots to explore.
Absolutely. Gonna get his flippers right now. He still needs to work his way up and see that Moon Pearl. Go take care of that.
Mm-hmm. And you want to be really thorough in entrance shuffle. It can be very, very bad for you if you kind of like overlook one location in a very concentrated area like Kakariko. So being very systematic and thorough with your checks is really important. And PikaPals did get the information about Ganon over at the well, so... Or not the well, the Magic Bat vanilla area, so... That's really good. They both know where Ganon is. They both know what they need to do.
I'm not sure how often vanilla like connections happen, but the inn area, I call it the inn, but it's the guy who has too many beds and just lives alone is in his vanilla location. Weirdly.
I love vanilla locations. I think vanilla's fun.
The guy who doesn't cut his grass, Jake Hopper says. Jake Coper. Sorry.
And PikaPal's gonna find that Moon Pearl. I think he'll want it. Seems like a worthwhile pickup. So these guys are pretty much explored a lot of the same areas as each other. Be interesting to see where this diverges. PikaPals does have that bow.
Alright, maybe go back into Pod now? Because he's right next to it and he knows where Pod is.
Yeah, I think it's a strong play, but he could still wait for the hammer and maybe a lamp or something to try to help him get through the dark room since he was struggling a little bit. He did find Ice Palace.
I think I would... No, he's not doing... I would consider going down the right side just to get those 2 locations. They could be anything, including a lamp.
Mm-hmm. And darkroom strats are not required in this mode. So lamp is somewhere within the logic to be able to get that. But it can really be anywhere at this point, because there's still plenty to explore. Youch. Jim takes a death here, but does have the fairy. Finds 50 bucks in the big chest. And we're gonna check out Hyrule Castle area. I do like this play. In Entrance Shuffle, I find that a lot of good fall down locations like this are lucrative. You can find the lumberjack place where they found the moon pearl. You can find the thieves hideout like PikaPals just did. Wasn't worth in this case. But you can also find like the well, which has 5 items.
Mm-hmm.
So it can be a really strong way to approach the randomizer. Looks like Sahasrahla was found with a single arrow of dreams and the hammer. Wow.
Hammer is huge.
And we did also find Ganon's Tower at the entrance of Hyrule Castle. What an awesome place for Ganon's Tower in the grand finals of the Entrance Shuffle tournament.
And when Jem finds it, he'll be able to explore a little bit more, but not much more.
That's right.
I think he'll be able to get into a room, and if he's like a bomb jumping master, get a lot more items, but that's about it right now.
Exactly. Now remember, you still can't beat the game unless you get all the crystals and complete Ganon's Tower. So finding Ganon's Tower is just a treasure trove of items for you to search through, but it is gated by a lot of other items too. So it's a nice information, but it's not like super helpful right now. So I like this eastern Lake Hylia area. There's 3 locations here. There's actually one under that big rock there, but we don't have a lift upgrade right now. So we're going to have to come back for that one.
So a question in the chat was, will the VT website have full Entrance Shuffle with Ganon's Tower? In the upcoming version, we put Ganon into the top 2, meaning I believe it's Insanity, and what was the other one?
Madness.
Madness is where we decided to put those. We might split out full on there and just have full with GT and full without, depending, because that's the kind of one that's like in the middle. But everything else is probably going to be about the same in our next release.
We did find the Pyramid Fairy Cave over near Eastern Palace, so that's a solid find. Only a piece of heart and some rupees, though.
And Jem taking kind of just a peek at what's on the shelf there in Zora's Domain. Probably wishing, like, if you're going there, you would hope to have a few more rupees.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I'm sure he'll come back later.
Absolutely.
Only a fortune teller at Vanilla Sahasrahla. And we find Spike Cave on Gem's side over in the Capitalism Fairy Cave.
Ooh.
And Hookshot, whoa, on Lake Hylia Island. Really nice stuff.
Yeah, Lake Hylia is pretty good right there. Gem has he has half of the stuff he needs to get through the Spike Cave there. Probably wishes he still had his fairy in a bottle, but, he'll be able to fill it with a potion later when he finds... he's found a few different shops that can get him there.
So PikaPals did find a way up to Death Mountain by taking the Eastern Palace entrance. So right now he knows about that, but he doesn't know about the Paradox Cave entrance, which is probably a little faster. in general to get to. So, but he's going to be exploring this Death Mountain area, and he already found Super Bunny Cave.
So that's 2 free chests for his effort.
Oh, and here we go. Gem is checking the Hyrule Castle area. Will he go for the risky bomb jump plays to sequence break to get through there? That'll be really interesting to see.
He has plenty of bombs, but it is quite a lot of like a few precise bomb jumps to make that cross those gaps.
And you have to do them in a row, otherwise you have to reset your whole progress.
Exactly.
Did find a bloomerang for PikaPals and Super Bunny, so that was neat.
Although we also know that Gem has the knowledge about the mirror is the only thing gating the hook shot from him right now.
Well, he needs a way into the Dark World.
Yeah, but you know that'll happen.
Yeah, I mean we're a glove upgrade away from that.
I don't know. He's at least going to check the torch. It looks like.
Oh, he wants to keep going.
I'm gonna. Wow, this is the bombs are equipped.
Yep, and if you'll notice, these guys aren't using their menu. They actually have a feature called Quick Swap on that allows them to switch between items by using the L and R buttons.
It is always nice to see somebody who's done these bomb jumps before. Like, these are all being set up really well.
And that's 4 more chests for Gem. Really nice sequence break. Not so nice items so far.
I think these are like the vanilla items.
Wow! Alright, and we do see green pendant in Skull Woods based on the talk there with Sahasrahla. And there's the hammer for PikaPals. Looks like Gem's gonna pick up that D over in Escape.
Which,
finally,
I mean, has everything minus the lamp required to go and beat Pod. Might be a worthwhile play, showing that he's willing to do sequence breaks.
Yeah, that could be really strong. Now, it can be tricky getting through there with 6 hearts and green mail. But, yeah, we're seeing some top-notch play from both of these guys, so I wouldn't be surprised. But there's still plenty more to check. It looks like PikaPals is heading over to the desert area where there is a cave over here, and you can check Agnes Cave. You can see what's on Desert Ledge.
A lot of good information.
And also passing by another rock that you can lift up there to gain access to another cave, which normally you could use to, like, farm rupees, but it is randomized as well.
Didn't bother to take a look at what was on the desert ledge. Figures when he has access, he'll know what it is.
Yeah, it makes sense. Don't want to make the long walk. Gem trying to figure out where to go.
We got a C-shaped house with what looks like Quake.
Yeah, we got the Quake medallion. Not like that
medallion.
Useful, but still a good find.
It's not the best one unless it opens up maybe an entrance at this point.
Right. I mean, and those entrances could be dungeons, but they may not be as well, so gotta keep that in mind. PikaPal's finally getting his information about that hook shot.
And did we already know where the breadsmiths were? It looks like they are at our favorite little witch.
Yeah, I think PikaPal's went there pretty early, yeah.
Okay.
But it's still good information to know where those are, because the frog is gonna be vanilla. So you just have to find where you have to deposit him.
Go place the frog here.
Exactly.
It is interesting how some of those things work out with entrance randomizer. Like, the big red bomb now is moved somewhere else, so you know where you have to deposit it, and the frog is the opposite, where you know where to get it, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. And we may see a Zora check from PikaPals here shortly, so that's something that Gem was unable to do earlier. Gem buying a red potion, probably for safety in Palace of Darkness, is my guess.
That would be, yeah, maybe he's gonna go make the play. The dark room with those, Yep, good call. Get the two locations?
Yeah, I really like him going for the potion there. I think that's a very strong and smart play, since he lost his fairy earlier.
The only upside to a fairy over the red potion is you get a lot longer on your iframes, because you do die and come back. You're not going to get any iframes with the red potion, and you have to manage it well.
Right. You have to be very careful. It's not easy. I didn't say it was easy, but it's definitely helpful.
It's definitely better than not having anything, I'll give you that.
So well, let's see what Zora has in store for us. Oh, the power gloves!
That's some pretty huge progression right there. That is the Dark World.
That's the entire Dark World. Wow. Well, not the entire Dark World, but you get what I mean.
I get you. And it looks like the two items on the right side of Pod are kind of a bust. I mean, a small key's good. You're going to need that to get down to Helmasaur King, but the map's not something you want to find.
So bad. So we know that there is a farm spot in town that they can hit up for rupees. So that may be Gem's best bet to get the Zora item, because that's probably what's going to gate Gem more than anything here.
Ooh, we found the sick kid hiding out in the desert farm spot and giving out some banana hats.
That's a really nice safety to have.
And especially with where they are with their hearts. Basically doubling the amount of life you have is very important.
And keep in mind, this is the grand finals with Gem up one game, so PikaPals seemingly in the lead, but not necessarily. I mean, Gem might be making progress in another way by getting a crystal here.
Gem's doing some solid work in this room. It's hard to tell, but he is going to use that potion right away.
Yeah, you gotta be really careful.
I think he's down to just 2 turtles left. Okay, maybe like 4. But,
yeah, but Gem just killed like most of them. Really nicely done.
Yeah, he's through that room and basically on his way to the Helmasaur King with 3 hearts. This is going to be kind of one of those battles that you really have to be careful with.
Absolutely. And you have to be careful of these turtles here in this hallway as well. Doing a really good job getting through there.
Looks like he took a hit, but he's...
Oh! Oh my god! No! Oh! So close.
And there was even a heart there, too. That was, probably going to peace out for now. But he knows, at the very least, that the lamp is not on that right side.
Correct. And we got plenty... Don't worry, that is a small death in this kind of game. We got plenty of game in us. Looks like PikaPals used some dark strats to find the old man.
And I think Gem's gonna go do a little bit of the Death Mountain as well.
Yeah, these guys might high five here in a second.
Ooh, we found Mothula.
Yeah, what's interesting about a couple of these dungeons like Turtle Rock and Skull Woods, Desert Palace, is that like they have different parts of their dungeon that have multiple entrances on the overworld, so those can actually be separated in Entrance Shuffle.
Yep, and PikaPal's finding a key in the one chest nobody really ever wants to check. means that he can go all the way on to kill Mothula and decides, nope.
No fire source actually is a problem here.
You know what? That is an excellent point.
Yep.
You use your thoughts. I just assume you have Fire Rod.
Right, but an entrance shuffle, you can just find the entrance. You don't need to blow it open with Fire Rod. So he'll have to remember that one. Although it is a pendant, so in theory he doesn't have to. But it is the green pendant.
That's
We know
it's
that
one
because
extra
we talked
item
to
for your
Sahasra.
trouble. Yeah. We have found Hera.
That's a nice dungeon to find here early on.
Absolutely, and hopefully the big key is in the map chest.
Yep, because we found that small key and we have no fire source yet again.
I remembered this time.
Maybe we'll find a fire source right here. And we'll just be okay. Just kidding!
Just kidding.
Well,
Nice use of arrows, too.
yeah, that's gonna be the end of Hera exploration there, but still, you want to be able to find all the dungeons you can.
Using a knowledge of some of these seldom seen caves.
And you may have to use that knowledge. Like, sometimes the entrance shuffle randomizer will force you to take these paths in order to get what you need. So we did see Aghanim's tower, which would be all in the dark if they wanted to do it, so probably not happening.
Well, we found out where one side of the desert entrance leads to.
Jem managing to find the old man before saving him. And we're on top of Hyrule Castle.
Which means we get to check the Aghanim entrance.
There's Bumper Cave. Don't have the cape to get through it, though.
Yeah, good knowledge, though, for later. And Eastern Palace. This is kind of a freebie for Jem.
That is an awesome, awesome find. 3 items. I'm sure he's not afraid of the dark rooms, based on what we've seen so far. He'll be knocking this out pretty quick.
Diving into Pod, going all the way towards Helmsword King without a fire rod means you're not afraid of the dark.
That's right.
And he'll potentially have an opportunity to pick up some extra rupees here, which we know he needs to be able to get that Zora item.
Very true. That's really a gating factor for him. I mean, he's been able to find some interesting routes here that have been leading him in potentially good directions, but Eastern Palace is another pendant. So, we'll see.
We'll have Pika right behind Jem.
Yeah, these guys are going to sync up here in a bit. It's really hard to say who's ahead right now. PikaPals does have that lift upgrade, which opens up a lot more to him, so I'll give him the nod right now, but Jem has still checked a lot of things that PikaPals hasn't, so...
Right.
I mean, as long as Jem isn't just stuck at some point without having anything to do, then I think it'll be fine.
And actually, with Pika's current inventory, he has the ability to do the Spike Cave right now. And Jem does not. Especially with that fairy in the bottle. That makes that super doable.
Question is, will he go out of his way to actually go back there? Could be an important progression item.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Like, it'll sit on the back of your head. It's the question of, based off of how this kind of item fill works for both the entrance randomizer and the item randomizer, if you have access to it, there's a chance that there's something important there.
So far, nothing super exciting in Eastern Palace. We're going to that vanilla big key location. Only a piece of heart. I think we found all the items here, so there's only like a map or something left at Armos Knights. But Jem was thinking, should I finish this anyways? Is this a pedestal seed?
Yeah, I don't know what the play would be there. I think you're basically losing the time to get to the dungeon and about 30 seconds of walking through the dungeon to get to where you were before. So it's maybe in his mind, if he needs to go back for it, he can later. It's not much of a time loss.
Yeah, it's not too bad. And you can actually get to that Eastern Palace entrance if you're on the pyramid. You can just mirror and go over there. If we're at a point where we need to pull the pedestal, you'll have access to that unless mirror's on the pedestal or something. Anyways.
The cruelness has begun. It looks like Pika deciding that he's probably just going to finish the dungeon. This could be a big gamble or a huge waste of time.
Absolutely. And he's going in there with 4 hearts. He does have the blue mail. Just want to make sure you're killing this Igor to get the key, but he's done it flawlessly. Wow.
Yeah, I like that play. It was you shoot the arrow a few times until you land one in the Igor, and then walk up and walk back, and as soon as that arrow starts moving, that's when you lay your next arrow into him.
Mm-hmm.
Really well done.
What I like about the play of finishing this up is it's just like you don't have to worry about it. You're just like, it's just off your mind. It's like you don't have to worry about remembering where Eastern Palace was.
Right.
That's like part of the challenge in Entrance Randomizer is you need to either write down, which consumes time, or remember where everything is. Because some things you have to skip over and maybe come back to later. Or maybe force double dips, just based on how the logic works out.
And I'm absolutely memory like a goldfish, so I would probably be doing PikaPals play here, where it's just like, you know what? I know it's not the green pendant, and I'm just gonna finish it anyway.
I guess we had an interesting conversation in chat about AGA requirement, and it looks like Aghanim 1 is not required because the tree had the secret passage which they could access through the back way. And we already have the hammer, so we can get to the Eastern Dark World no problem. So I think Aghanim is not required here.
Looks like Pika's going to check out the swamp entrance, maybe then go over to the west and check out the few of the Dark World entrances that way. I think there's one over there. Found Hyrule Castle.
Wow. So this has a bunch of items in it. I think this is a solid play.
This
and
really
you can
is.
check different entrances as
I was
well.
going to say, it's almost even bigger than the fact that you have all these extra entrances available to you. It's going to be a pretty central location, I think.
Another full heart. Really, really nice, healthy seed.
And we know that Gem cannot complete Skull Woods because he does not have a fire source.
You know that now. Yeah.
I got learned today. How does logic work?
But yeah, Gem grabs his key there. We know he cannot make any more progress, but he's gonna Death Warp. Definitely a quick way of getting through.
I think that Death Warp is probably time savings. A small amount.
And
It'd be
again,
less...
this isn't wasted effort by Gem. Until Gem runs out of things to do, then it's a I think that's the point where it becomes a problem.
Right. I mean, he's still slowly working up to the number of rupees he needs to go get the Zora item. Wow.
Man,
Zelda?
PikaPals with the plays. We got a flute.
Hanging out in Zelda's cell. She was just hoarding it away. I guess that's what you do to pass the time. Play some music.
Why not? I mean, in Ocarina of Time, like, she actually, spoilers, gives it to you.
Hey,
so
let's not spoil things.
I said spoilers and waited a few seconds. But anyways, we're gonna be activating that flute.
And Jem will be checking out more of the west on the Dark World or Death Mountain here.
Yep, Tower of Hera.
Snag that key, snag that, was it 20 roops, and then peace out.
Hey, 20 roops is progress.
Actually,
what we actually know is an important play in this game, so...
I think it was 20 roops. I could be wrong on that. Nope, it was 20.
Yeah, it looks like PikaPals is gonna slip into the Dark World this way. Maybe check out Village of Outcasts area and a bunch of houses and things in here. There's a lot of locations in Village of Outcasts as well. Like, normally you just see people going to 3 places and you're done. But there's a bunch all over, and you can kind of head to Northern Dark World. There's like a couple houses over there. There's Bumper Cave, and there's a lot of stuff to be checked in this area. You can even go over to Skull Woods, which it looks like he's doing.
Looks like Trotter Rock is not required necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
That's always a nice feeling.
That's our other pendant, and the rest are crystals.
I think we just found a vanilla Skull Woods location.
And that tends to happen a lot in Entrance Shuffle. Is like the first half of Skull Woods tends to have itself in it because of just the sheer number of like fall down holes in this area.
I can see that.
Well, there's the big key. Remember, we found 10 arrows in the first, or in the second part of Skull Woods, the first area that we found. So we're only looking for one more item here.
I don't...
Maybe killing the boss for the green pendant. Or for pedestal. Pika's gotta be really careful here with this bomb jump.
Yeah, he looked a little low that time.
Oh no!
But at least he just... Oh, the fairy usage.
That's super unfortunate, losing that fairy, but... He's getting it.
This looks low. Nope,
good.
He's on.
This looks good, yeah. There's another bottle for his troubles.
A bottle with some magic in it isn't terrible.
No, not at all.
I mean, it could be something like a bee, which... I mean, I'm gonna say is better than any of the other ones, but... most runners don't want to find bees in bottles.
I want to find a bee in a bottle. I love my bee tours.
There's another vanilla location for Skull Woods.
Is this even randomized? Only a compass. So I guess Mothula's holding the other item? That's what that means?
That would be the last location that they haven't checked.
So Mothula actually a premium play here. You get an item and you get the green pendant.
And
Interesting to see if they rush down to to fight him at some point once they get
And
the
I think-
fire rod. Or sorry,
I think
go
they're
ahead.
willing to do it with the lamp. It's a harder play, but these guys seem like they know what they're doing with it.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
Oh,
All right, Gem
Gem's
going
figured it
for
out.
the farm strats. That's what we wanted to see. That's going to open up the dark world for Gem. Don't save and quit, please.
Oh, Pika found.
And we got
the
some
hype-
hype cave.
Oh wow,
And hype it is.
that is
The
that is-
mirror.
and a full heart. Let's give it up for the heart. And that's a really good place for the hype cave, leading right into Dark or Village of Outcasts. So, Alu, what is the truliest thing that could happen in Entrance Randomizer?
Huh, that's a good question. I mean, these guys have actually found some really nice items. Like, I'm actually... This is not too bad of a seed so far. I feel like sometimes these things can drag and drag and drag. But... I don't know, I guess Fire Source is maybe one of the trollier things that they're missing right now.
That's fair, yeah.
So maybe like hiding that deep into Turtle Rock or Ganon's Tower, like somewhere that could be pretty sneaky.
Oh wow.
And that's gotta be Kane!
Sounds
Man.
like it's Kane. Well done. It was very well done.
Trying
But
to keep the dream alive.
that
And
makes Village of
a lot of good
Outcasts super hype, where it has essentially the mirror, which gives them access to that. Never mind. You go ahead and just hype. Go away. Go hype it.
Tempered Sword hype! No, there's even more in Village of Outcasts. What are you talking about?
But like they have the hookshot access, they have the red cane, they get tempered sword, they find Turtle Rock inside of Thieves Town right after getting the red cane. Like,
Now, you can only really check one thing here. If it's a key, I guess you can keep going. So, but there are other entrances to Turtle Rock that are also randomized, so you might be able to find a different way in. We only see 20 bucks there, so that's all we can do in this direction.
we got the entrance to Hype Cave being checked by Gem. Finding the chest game, the other chest game, the one that no one wants to play. Ooh, looks like PikaPals found the floodgate, which is going to be really important for later.
Yeah, what actually pulling this plunger here and like unleashing and draining the dam does is it actually keeps the state across the entire game. So what PikaPals can now do is go to the actual dam area and collect an item there, plus it unlocks Swamp. So when he finds Swamp, he can actually jump in there.
Well, he also just found the back half of Desert Palace and steals a key.
Interesting. A sneaky strat, and a good one, because he did mirror to get there, and I think that's the only way you can get there. So, really good play by him.
That is the only way into the back half of Desert. Wow.
And Desert is a required crystal, and it is one of 5 or 6, along with Tower of Hera.
I kind
We
of wish
still don't have a fire source to finish it, nor does he have the big key. So
that's true.
I think he's just stealing the small key so he can make progress in the first half, if he does find it.
I kind of wish that Gem had gone through Village of Outcasts first, because his play up to this portion of Dark World he would have been able to route in getting the hook shot as well,
Oh yeah, with that mirror.
which I'm sure Pika will be doing on his way through.
Looks like we have a small farm spot here for Gem if he wants it. He does take some rupees, but doesn't really want to stay too long.
I think once you're in there, get what's there, and then don't, like, it's 20 rupees. It's the same as picking up a red rupee somewhere, probably even the same amount of time.
Yep.
Ooh, found the desert, the graveyard ledge.
Mm-hmm. PikaPals coming up a bit dry in Cave 45, or whatever they call it, like the mirror spot south of Haunted Grove, and at the Tree Boy.
I think we're calling that Cave 45.
Alright, then.
I think that's its official name in V27. Oh, Cave 45. Using
Ooh.
the whirlpool in the Dark World. I love it.
That's so clever, because you can come up and check the Dark World Witch House, which normally is a shop where you can buy bees and fire shields.
Every shop should be a shop you can buy bees.
Mm-hmm. That's just a fortune teller.
The text for the fairy there, a nod to Christos Owen. I believe this is our first catfish check as well.
Yeah, you're here, you might as well check it out. Zora had something, so I can't catfish, right?
I absolutely agree.
Or Ike, or whatever he's called.
Ike.
Woeful Ike or something.
Woeful Ike. That is the unofficial official translation of his name.
Did you say unofficial official?
Well, okay, the official, unofficial. I don't...
What
However
does
you want
it even mean?
It means when I translated the sign that leads to him, it said, "Have you met Woeful Ike?" or something like that. I mean, that's got to be his name. I wonder if it was like Woeful Pike, the Woeful Pike, and they just forgot the P.
Oh, that would be clever. Ooh, PikaPal's remembering about the hook shot. He wants that right now.
That gives him everything to beat the Swamp Palace as soon as he finds it.
That's right. Did he actually find the dam himself?
Yes, it was the south of...
It was the Arrow game, right? But
yes.
Did he was he the one who found it, or was it
I believe so.
Okay.
Full prize for rupees.
Oh, he's taking that hook shot into Ganon's tower. This is very clever.
Hook and hammer? Oh yeah. He's got a lot of access to GT right now. He can actually go right side as well.
I think he can... Well, he doesn't have a fire source.
But he can go right side to the tile room.
Tile room. You go to the tile room. I'm sorry. Okay. Forgive me.
But yeah, I forgot about the fire source again. I get it. Silly fire source. Actually, specifically the fire rod for that one. You really don't want to do that with the lamp. It is incredibly hard.
And without boots, too. Like, I don't know if you can even make it. Like, the window's got to be pretty tight on that one.
You can, but it is super tight. You basically have to bomb jump over after you've entered from the top of the room, light the torch, fall in the hole, and then book it walking downwards to light every torch along the way.
Yo, so shoutouts to Beator.
In the map room.
In the map room. And Gem did pick up a mushroom in that cave that's, I believe, is normally a big fairy cave.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. Which is kind of outside of the pod area.
So we're really just hoping that Gem takes a trip over to Village of Outcasts and snags himself that mirror. That's going to give him a lot of access.
Yeah, I agree.
And oh look, it's the dev cave, I'm told.
Well, there it is.
We added text in V27 related to that.
Yeah, Village of Outcasts is packed with value. And there's the cape in randomizer room. But you got Red Cane. You've got Tempered Sword. Got a lot of value in in that general area.
He also picked up the big key on this side, which means he could go ahead and make the play up and kill Aghanim 2. Which will
and
open
you can
up...
check the big chest as well.
Yeah. And that'll also open up the hole on top of the pyramid. In this particular, Aghanim 2 is required for the Ganon kill, I believe, as well, right?
You have to get all the crystals and beat Aga 2. Well,
I think Pika is just going to knock it out while he's here, because he now has a very yellow sword.
Mm-hmm. Butter hype! And it looks like he's going to peek at this big chest with some bombs. Gem finding the hookshot cave, so he really wants that mirror now, but that's good information. I believe this was at the Palace of Darkness entrance.
Fine, he won't go up and kill Aghanim 2 because he doesn't have any fire.
Oh yeah, that.
One of these days, guys, I'm just going to remove all the torches.
Mitts in G-Tower! What?
Oh my goodness.
And Bob's chest! Bob hoarding the mitts. That's crazy.
Well, guess what Jeb
There's
can
the
do
lamp.
now?
What? A fire source! I didn't think it existed.
It didn't. In the mire shed, leading to Mimic Cave, Jem gets a fire source.
And the way he got here was through the pod entrance. And PikaPals just picked up a bunch of value. He got half magic, and he got the Bombos medallion. Holy smokes. G-Tower packed with value here.
These guys are just finding...
And the boots! What are those? And PikaPal is going to find him soon. He just was able to get to the mire area by fluting instead of
using those mitts.
Route. Yeah, this is huge for PikaPals.
So what Jem really needs to do right now is get over to Village of Outcasts, get himself that mirror, and start capitalizing on all of the value. He even has a fire source, so he can go do the right side of GT with that.
He might even be able to full clear it.
He actually could full clear it. It's, again, a really rough room to do with the lamp. And so is the upstairs fire rooms that you have to do, the second one in particular.
Yeah, absolutely. PikaPals may jump into Ice Palace here soon. Is kind of my thought. I'm sure he's going to full clear this desert mire area, but Ice Palace might be a good play. We know where it is. Oh, we found Swamp!
And he had already done the draining of the floodgates, so this is really good. He's just going to go in and probably clear out the dungeon in Toto.
And that may be the only way to get to Swamp, actually. So this is pretty big. There's a lot of items in Swamp. 6 items available.
Looks like Jem's gonna drain the dam as well.
Is PikaPals in Go mode? I think he might actually be in Go mode.
Very technically, yes. He probably wants the fire rod instead of the lamp, but I think he has everything he needs to beat all the dungeons that are required.
I guess he's gonna get boots here soon. It's unfortunate that he missed them before
this
jumping into
dungeon
Swamp.
Is so much better with the boots.
I guess the only tricky thing is, like, is there any dungeon we haven't found that may need something to get in, like the T-Rock entrance or something? We haven't found Thieves Town.
Well, they have found T-Rock, but if they find a different entrance, they don't have to have the fire rod.
Well, no. I'm talking about the actual, like, medallion entrance. That might lock away a dungeon or something. So, like, it's kind of go mode, but it might not be.
Have they found Ice Palace? They have found Ice Palace. Remember them saying that's right next to Pod.
Right. The thing is, we also know that Ganon's tower, he already got the big key.
Yep.
We haven't found desert.
We haven't. No, we found desert. The second half. We haven't found.
We found
the main.
We haven't found the first half, so like that could be boots locked.
Right, and there's also what are we missing? The Thieves Town. I don't think we found.
Right, Thieves Town and Misery Mire. Man, PikaPals is so close to go mode here. That's crazy. At the hour mark.
Oh, Blue Cane and Bee in a Bottle.
Beator hype.
Feeling good.
My boy Brian in here. Doing some work.
So, I mean, we know that PikaPals is definitely going to be finding boots soon, but this little bit of time advantage that Gem's getting with his boots over Pika might be helpful to keeping him well into this.
And Gem's going to find the flute down here as well.
Although the flute not nearly as important as he already has a path to the Mire area, but still effective for fast travel.
Yeah, it'll be really nice because we know he has to get to the swamp area. Like that's his way in. He has to mirror. I guess the mirror is the most important item there. But you know what? Flute also does? Is it puts you near the village of outcasts.
That's true.
When you activate it. I will say that.
Oh, he's setting up a death warp here.
He definitely is.
Ouch.
Oh, that's not good. So, no flute for Gem yet. I think he's gonna go back.
He probably is. That, unfortunately, is a pretty big time loss. Like a minute and a half.
I mean, it was still a successful death warp. It just didn't accomplish what he wanted to accomplish with it.
That's right. And we're gonna open up the Misery Mire entrance. Maybe we have a vanilla Misery Mire. I don't know, maybe it leads to Thieves Town. It could be anything. It could even be a boat.
Anything. It could be a boat. That's right.
Super could be a boat. It's in the water.
What if it's a boat?
I don't know.
What would you do?
I don't... It's the back half of the Hookshot Cave.
That's how... Oh, that's how Gem got in. We know that. So...
we already know this.
But PikaPals has the hookshot, so we're going to be able to check all these items here.
Interesting routing through the Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, he kind of missed that chest.
maybe he'll get the second time through.
I'm a little confused. Well, there's the book.
He's just not going to check that chest.
Is that like a meme or something that I've missed here?
I don't know. I do wonder though if that's like Fire Rod and they need to get into the back half of, say, Skull Woods, that could be pretty big for Gem.
Yeah. PikaPals also missed boots in Mire area.
Oh wow. Which gives access to a few entrances for Gem. And Gem...
The plays! Gem took like a long way around, like through a house, and then managed to find Thieves Town. That's a tricky Thieves Town location.
That is, and he can full clear it, so he's just like, I'm gonna do this.
He's got boots? Oh man, Gem could make a comeback here. For sure. Gem went through a boat to get here. I like that.
Oh, we know where the other half of Bumper Cave leads to. It leads to the Tower of Hera.
Oh, nice.
So that earlier pickup of Pika getting the cape in Ganon's tower doesn't turn out to actually be that important, although it is kind of a quick travel to that area.
Pika checking out a lot of these entrances here in Death Mountain. What he doesn't know is he wants to be in Dark Death Mountain.
Absolutely does.
This is Thieves Town. But, I mean, there's still plenty of other stuff to look for.
So the upside to this for Gem right now is he's in a place that he has to finish, and he's going to have to basically check all these locations anyway. Oh, he actually had the right pixel the first time into the room, but decided to do a little bit of shifting.
Oh, an ether is required for opening up T-Rock.
But I think Pika is about to go right into Thieves Town himself.
No, I don't think so.
I thought it was right around here.
No, but it's at like that T-Rock. Oh, it's through here?
Yeah.
Okay, it's through here. Okay, then yes.
Little walk through the Angry Brothers house.
Yep, but he has mirror, so he can actually check the Vanilla Mimic Cave location. So actually, this worked out pretty well for PikaPals.
Whoa! So he
doesn't
can't
have boots.
He can't open it.
He can't do it.
Oh, this is interesting.
Wow.
Gem is getting trolled by the Patrick Starfish there.
Oh my god, super trolled.
Oh.
Ooh, wanted the heart. Really wanted the heart.
This isn't terrible. That's not the worst time loss.
No, it's not.
He at least bombed the ceiling of Blind's room. And Pika is now in Thieves Town. Even with the time loss of the death there for Gem, with the boots here, he's just gonna have such a huge advantage in these long straightaways.
Yeah, those boots are gonna give Gem a good chance to just catch up in this race. If Pika doesn't go back to the mire area, because that's he might already think that he's checked everything. Where was it? I think it was like Checkerboard or like somewhere close to there.
It was the dark, the place that is Agina's cave in the dark world.
Okay, that's the one. Okay, so yeah, he may think that he's already checked that location.
At this point, I would guess that yeah, he's probably checked it off in his head.
Man.
And
but he
really,
still might be able to complete the seed. It just really depends where that Misery Mire is. That's the one outstanding dungeon. Oh no, and desert.
if either of them at Turtle Rock's main entrance, then Gem is huge advantage having the boots.
Mm-hmm.
Although a huge disadvantage not having the mirror.
Well, what's funny is you need mirror and boots to get that ether. It's locked behind both of them.
It is.
And they each have a different one of those.
I expect to see pretty quick blind fights from both these guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I don't know what the entrance randomizer does for blind.
Oh, apparently we know where Mire is. It's in Paradox Mid entrance. Okay.
Wait, which dungeon?
Misery Mire. Apparently we found it and we missed it. So that was in like the Paradox Mid entrance where you could like potentially mirror the block.
Oh, okay. And I believe I just saw silvers from blind.
I believe you're correct. Wow, awesome.
What a very friendly guy. He's like, I can't shoot arrows because I can't see where they go, but here, have this. Been hanging on to them.
And this is that was a really incredible fight, too. Gem walking right by that ether. Can't get it, no mirror.
Well, maybe he'll work his way back to Village of Outcast. That's got to be sitting on his head.
One day.
He's gonna do a quick check, see that it's ether.
He doesn't have to worry about it. He doesn't know where it is. No problem.
Got no clue.
And then I imagine he's gonna take the other Hyrule Castle.
The right side.
Exit here. Yeah.
These asymmetric castles, not my style. Oh, if only he had the mirror.
Yep, he would have been able to check that location. Although you can still check it by jumping down from the top if you can make your way up there.
That's fair. Although, I mean, hopefully... Oh, he's gonna go drop off his mushroom. Smart move.
Definitely a good move. I don't think we've seen the witch itself anywhere. But
Not
when you do find it, then at least it'll have an item waiting for you.
Alright. Let's hope that Gem works over to...
He's got his flute out, so he wants to activate it. Which means he's gonna be in the same area as Village of Outcasts.
Well, hopefully he then picks up that, that mirror. So the funny thing about entrance randomizer is, like, you go into this one place...
Ooh.
Wow. This could be huge. This is 5 locations.
Yeah, boots locked. Mini Moldorm.
I think using anything other than a wide sweeping sword on mini Moldorms is tough.
Oh, the ice rod.
Oh, do we have a 2-rod cave? Please be a 2-rod cave.
That would be incredible to see. Wow. But
Oh,
looks like
we have
Jeb's
the
gonna go over and activate the flute.
main entrance of Desert was found.
Wow. Okay.
I missed where that was.
So we're about to find out if the big key is on, or the small key is on.
Oh, they are, because...
Which it is!
Yeah, we had a
Boots
map
are
in the map.
required, folks. This could spell big trouble for PikaPals.
Although he's going to go into Mire. Smart move. Finish it up. You have everything you need.
And Boots are at Dark World Agana's cave, effectively. So this is actually pretty crazy. Gem thinking about Swamp here.
Oh, but he doesn't...
Against it.
Well, he knows where the hookshot is.
He does. But
He's
what
wondering...
if Mirror is inside? You know, like, it could be. He doesn't know where Mirror is.
He does not. But he's probably going to go check the... Because I don't think he's been over here since he's picked up the gloves.
Yep.
So he has some locations
Banana
right
Hat
here.
was, I believe, in this cave.
That is correct. He's going to find that sick kid and show him his bottle. Steal the clothes right off his back.
He's got sheets to cover himself up. Nice and cozy.
Running
You
into
did check the dam item. That's something that people can forget to do. Is
after
you drain the dam somewhere else, but then you don't come back to the actual floodgate area. So that was a good plan.
Looks like he's going to set up a spin speed here. Because there was something interesting in the library. I remember this, I just don't remember what it was. Obviously not that interesting.
I guess we're gonna find out later. Maybe we'll finally see him go into Village of Outcasts.
Oh, he thought, no, I want to do my...
flute. Okay.
Get my duck going.
And PikaPals found the big key pretty early, so he's just like speeding through Misery Mire here.
I guess the thought is kill the boss and then come back and search for the second item. You gotta get yourself into GT after you get that mirror gem. Although you're heading in the right direction.
He definitely is. I think he's taking this warp and finally making his way in there. PikaPals with some nice sniping here with those silver arrows.
Oh, I was gonna say no wasted arrows, but shot one a little early.
Still super solid fight, and he actually gets an item for his troubles, so that'll help him clear the dungeon quicker.
Well, this is really good for Gem right now.
Yeah, actually, like, I think we're equalizing right now. There's the tempered.
So Gem has everything he needs to defeat Ganon pretty handedly at the moment. Tempered and Silver Arrows are kind of like free Ganon. I like the pickup of the bomb and then leave.
Snatches that bomb and pieces out. It's like, yo, Turtle Rock, look over there. Then take your bomb. Just run away. Good thing Gem doesn't have Kane, which is right here. Got him.
I don't think I'd go back into Turtle Rock for one item at this point.
Well, you don't know if it's one item. It could be a couple, like if there's like a weird key
Well, right.
chain.
The two small keys.
Yeah.
He says 12 hearts is enough.
Wow, that's a bold move. I guess he's got to be feeling a little bit behind after getting those late gloves.
Well, he also has blue mail, right? So it's...
True.
And realizing... Oh, there's nothing in Misery Mire of worth.
What are you talking about? There's 5 rupees right there.
It's 5 rupees and 3 bombs. Alright, Gem, you're close. I can feel it. You're so close. All you have to do is go in there.
Yep.
Just a little tappy tap.
The hypest of hype caves here for Gem. There's that mirror. So he knows where to find the hook shot.
Pika's gonna make a run with the lamp up to the top of Ganon's tower.
I think it's solid. You get some more items there too, right?
Yep,
So,
4 more items.
Why not?
Should be pretty easy fights going up. You have silver arrows for land mode 2.
Does the logic require you to have... It does not require you to have Fire Rod going up here. So, in theory, we could find Fire Rod in this area.
Absolutely.
I remember seeing Fire Rod in a validation chest before, in a weekly, so...
Yeah, the Fire Rod is only required for the right side, and it's mainly because it's just really hard to do that with Lamp, but you can absolutely use Lamp to light all of the torches upstairs.
So yeah, I think this is a solid play. You have to do this. This is required to beat the game, and you get to find some items along the way.
I do like Gem's pathing here. He's probably just going to work himself all the way until he gets to Lake Hylia in the Dark World to pick up that hook shot. Ooh, did we find Blind Hut earlier?
I don't think so. PikaPals may have skipped this location.
In Karkat's cave.
A lot of cash.
Oh my goodness.
All the cash in Blind's house. I guess it makes sense.
Oh, what a bust.
And we're gonna see this Landmo 2 fight with Silvers. Didn't quite get the first one. Managed to recover on the second. And there's a 3 cycle.
Oh, Gem's also going to get to check King's Tomb here.
That's right. Without those mitts, which we know are in Bob's chest, he can actually mirror here and then bonk into King's Tomb. So, taking good advantage of those boots.
There you go. We have the witch's hut.
Huh. And he gets to buy some potions as well. Really nice.
From all that money he got in Blind's hut.
That's right.
So I gotta imagine that he's pretty much gonna be, like, heading straight for Dark Lake Hylia.
Yeah, you want to get that hook shot as soon as possible, and he knows where Swamp is. This is a house that is a bit out of the way that you can sometimes forget about, but it is also randomized. So this is a good check by Gem. Just a shop, though.
A completely different shop that's normally there.
Exactly.
Alright, we're gonna start seeing the top of Ganon's tower items.
Yep, PikaPals getting through those fire source required rooms with ease.
So, luckily finding a key.
Oh, right, he did need a key. Wow.
He absolutely needed a key. Although, I mean,
super fortunate.
you're either checking 3 items or getting a key and checking 3 items.
Right, but what allows you to actually finish the dungeon?
True.
Which I think is so much better.
Ooh, wow, staying up there like a champ.
Like a boss. Well, you just had to say it.
I shouldn't have said anything.
We ruined it. We both did.
We're both like, that's really some good work there. And Gem's gonna have a much easier time getting to Helmasaur King now. Having that lamp in tow.
That's true.
What do we think we're gonna find in the Alludation chest?
I want to see the fire rod.
That would be great.
Right now.
And you're not gonna see it.
Piece of Hearts is fine. I'm okay with it.
It's good. It's good. It would have been better if he was at 3 pieces already. Get that nice health refill. Although he's pretty healthy for this particular fight. Super clean terror pen room there.
Yeah, really exceptional. And we're gonna see this Agatu fight while Helmasaur King's gonna be going down.
Not a bad pattern. Gets 1 good hit in. So he'll probably get 2 on this one, I would think. I'm just gonna... Okay, so he's going in for the 3rd shot here.
This is clearly gonna be a triple, right? Like, that's what you wanted to say.
There we go. We got 2 on that one. Solid hits. Helmasaur King getting the takedown and another double there. So this should be the final hit. There we go. Nothing important on Helmasaur King other than a crystal.
Gem got revenge in Pod, so yeah, starting to clean up some dungeons here. He still needs to find Desert Palace, I believe. We might see him get mugged and then run over to... Where's he gonna go?
Not sure. He's already activated the flute. Just realizing that.
Oh, he was just double checking.
And we got powder pickup because Ganon's, or the pyramid hole, leads to the well.
That's really cool. So, PikaPals, have we found the magic bat though?
I don't think we've seen the magic bat just yet. This is going to be good for Gem. He'll now know where the back half of Desert is. I don't think he's found the front half.
That's right.
But if he does find the front half...
We did find one entrance up on Dark Death Mountain. In, like, kind of at the bottom.
Yes.
I'm hoping Gem gets his hook shot. Did he remember that it's there? Okay.
Wait a second.
This might be it.
So Pika found the front half of desert, right?
Yeah.
Checked the map chest and pieced out. He technically had a small key that he stole earlier.
Oh, right.
He could have
Huh.
checked the 2 items on the right-hand side.
Maybe he just forgot about it. I guess it was sitting there looking at him in the face, but...
Yeah, that's. I
Missed
mean, it was an
opportunity.
interesting play at the time. We got some Sky Cash.
Sky Cash, I like it. Sounds like, what you use to buy stuff on an airplane.
From Sky Mall.
Exactly.
And PikaPals with his amazing lamp in tow, because we know that it requires fire to go up to the top of Tower of Hera.
Do we now?
We all know that you need fire to get into the top of Tower of Hera, to get through Turtle Rock, to do a few other things. I don't know. Maybe the top of Ganon's Tower. I've heard it a whole bunch of different ways. And Gem is beelining it for that hook shot.
Finally! There it is. Now the question is, where is he going to go next? I think he's been to Hookshot Cave, so he could head there, which I think is at the Eastern Palace main entrance. Maybe? I don't quite remember. Oh, he's going to G Tower. Oh, this is big. He's going to find those mitts.
Yeah, as soon as he picks up mitts, he's pretty set. I mean, I guess you could find... The Fire Rod could be inside of Tower of Hera. Not that we really need it at this point, but... It's always nice to have.
Bombos is in here too. Which
Yes.
Ampros brings up a good point. You gotta have a way to beat Ice Palace.
That is correct. And Gem doesn't have to check the first 4 chests there, because he already has them.
Yep, he did some bomb jumping shenanigans that paid off earlier. I don't think there's any way that Gem, skips Ice Armos. Oh, interesting strat for PikaPals trying to get that bomb jump.
No, I think if you're here, you just keep checking.
Do all you can, yeah.
I mean, he's gonna have the big key right here. Because he's not sure where the Ether Medallion is, and he knows that he'll need that to get into Turtle Rock's main entrance if he's, if he hasn't found everything. And I'm not entirely sure if he has found everything yet.
He hasn't found Desert. I know that.
Right, that was in Dark Death Mountain, I believe, still?
Yeah, it was at the bottom. I mean, there's a couple other entrances there, too, but...
We got Moldorm down from PikaPals.
Yep, and Gem grabbing his butter sword, so both these guys now tied up on damage on deeps.
Little parody there. Nothing of interest in all of Tower of Hera.
Oh, the struggle continues. Will PikaPals flute to 6? Remember that he missed that cave.
We also skipped 1 chest in the Hookshot Cave that hopefully when we get to Gem we'll get to see what that is.
Yeah, that was quite puzzling.
He must have just thought that he had opened it on his path, passing right by it.
So Gem doesn't know it, I think, but he's in go mode.
He very much is. He just needs to find a few things. Oh, we found the magic bat.
Oh, cool. It was over in the Lost Woods.
And we get a shield upgrade.
Bat shield.
I think a certain comic company may want to have words with your usage of that.
Nope, absolutely not.
Are you sure it's not like bat shark repellent?
Pretty sure.
So Pika is gonna go clean up Pod. And I imagine after Gem's done with this dungeon, being Ganon's Tower, I think he might just go back and do Ice Palace.
I see no reason why not to do Ice Palace.
I mean, you know where it is. It's 3 items that you don't exactly... Like, it would be better to do it in Go mode, but if you're not sure about items that you have left that you need, it's probably better than, like, just meandering around opening entrances for a while.
Wow, Gem threading the needle there between the spikes. That's like pixel perfect. Also, clipping into the spikes? What was that?
That was amazing. He got zapped into the spikes. Nice setup. He's not going to be able to get the
you
the
had
third
to
arrow.
say that, didn't you?
No, but the setup was great. The
setup was
bonk
really
on the
good.
north.
Yeah, I know.
And then the juke of the fireball. Hey,
keeps happening, guys.
I'm just here to commentators curse people. That's my main goal. But if they watch the VOD, that's not really my main goal. I want both of you to win.
You want a tie?
A tie would be amazing. Hey, I didn't say anything about that dash on the bridge, so it's not just me.
You were thinking it.
Is that what it's come down to now? It was in your mind. Hey, he's getting a pretty good dash down this bridge. I'm not gonna lie though, this spot up here that Gem's just getting to, I have so many problems with doing with the lamp alone. And it's maybe...
Oh, it's really tricky.
Yeah, that last one, you just have to like get right on the edge.
Yeah, he did a great job with that. And he does grab his second key.
Although he had a key walking into here.
Oh no, he did. Oh, interesting.
I'm a little surprised that he didn't pick up the baby Helmasaur key.
Yeah, that might come back to bite him, but I don't know if it will.
It'll only bite him like if he ever were to open the middle door.
No, but I think he knows he's in go mode. Other than, oh, I guess Ether is the troll here.
Right.
Or Fire Rod could be locking like a location.
Yeah, he doesn't...
Skullwood, so he doesn't know that, but maybe he's gambling in that respect?
I guess so. Small keys don't take any time to pick up, though.
Right.
And Pika is totally going straight for the Ice Palace, and I think we'll probably see Gem following shortly thereafter. Pika's now got to get himself back over to the mire area to get those boots.
He really does. That's clearly been slowing him down in more ways than one.
You would. Now see, yeah, Pika, you know that you need the boots. You can't skip any locations. I think he almost skipped through the, is that the compass room there? Yeah, because effectively now, Gem is locked out of the right side of Ganon's tower.
Well, no, you can go go back upstairs and get that key.
Yeah.
You're not locked out of anything, but still
I'm a little
pretty rough.
surprised he didn't do a fall into the hole there, because we know that, I mean, it's not anything, but it is the Kakariko well.
But it can't be a dungeon.
Oh, and he's just in I'm gonna do dungeon mode. That's fair.
He did check the dam there, I guess, or maybe I don't know what he's doing now.
Well, he has
Ice
mitts.
Palace.
Yeah, he's gonna check the Ice Palace entrance.
Again, still looking for Desert Palace. That's what he needs to seal this away and become our Entrance Shuffle Tournament Grand Champion. But PikaPals is putting up a good fight. He's definitely ahead in Crystal Collection. He's gonna grab his 6th crystal now.
Yep, and he knows
in Ice Palace
where to get into Desert.
Trouble is he left a location unchecked. That's very, very, very costly here for him. Very nice bomb jump from PikaPals getting across there. Alright, so Gem has a plan here. Wonder what it really is. He's actually really close to that Desert Palace entrance.
Well, maybe he'll find it soon. Check a few of these locations.
Mm-hmm.
This is good. This is good for him. He just saw the other half of that cave. He's like, nope.
But now he's lost that portal up there. He can take the southern portal. Oh, baby. This could be it, folks.
This is huge. I believe it was the left side was the desert.
And we found Fire Rod on PikaPal's side. So Fire Rod and Ice Palace locked behind Bombos.
That's
not
always
really
fun.
required, but still a cool thing to find. Unfortunately, that may lead PikaPals to Turtle Rock.
Turtle Rock, Swamp, Skull Woods entrance.
Yeah. That's actually really bad for PikaPals here.
So Gem's gonna get that key and probably just peace out. He knows he's in go mode.
He knows he's in go mode. He just needs to clean everything up, which is a lot of stuff. He's still got to get 5 crystals. So PikaPals has some time, but he doesn't have a lot of time. Time is running out. He's getting his 6th crystal. This is going to be really interesting.
Yep, but it comes down to, is he going to remember that he missed that one location in the Mire area?
Speaking of Mire, Gem's going straight in. He's going to be able to go mode this dungeon very quickly because the big key was early on.
Yes, it was. This is one of those interesting dungeons that doesn't actually require, other than finding the big key, doesn't require you to find any small keys. You can find them under pots and on baris.
Alright, where are you going, PikaPals? What you doing?
It looks like he's gonna go take a dive at the Ice Palace entrance.
Not a bad check. Just not what he's looking for. Need to lift a different Titan's Mitt required rock.
Uh-oh, Gem's going for
baby.
it. He's going for it. And he's gone.
Well, worst case, you know, you just end up right back at the start there.
Yeah, that's a 6-block gap. That is a huge gap to hover. He at least got a few pixels in, though, so that's, you know, better than I could do.
Same.
You're like, he got like 2 pixels out there? Whatever.
No, I mean, like, I couldn't even get close to doing that. So, props to him.
All right, Pika, where are you gonna go? You going to Mire area? You're going to Death Mountain area.
Death Mountain area. What's up here? Oh boy. Gonna grab that green pendant. He did get the fire rod. Puts this into logic.
He does know where Sahasrahala is.
Yep. And Mothula has an item as well.
So it's not a bad play.
No, it's a really solid play, actually. Just not the right one.
You know, having a fire source, I hear, gets you to the back half of this dungeon 100% of the time, more than when you don't. Really clean moth fight.
Both fights super clean here. Amazingly done.
So Pika knows exactly what he has to do once he finds the boots.
Yes, it'll be actually quite quick for him.
I guess there's
4
a point...
crystals and counting for Gem. Gem will knock these out very quickly.
No. I will say, I guess for Pika's earlier play, where he just left after checking the map chest, I guess he had to know that boots would be required, because if he used the small key on the right side, he would still need to get a small key somewhere to finish the dungeon. So piecing out wasn't actually a terrible idea.
Where are you going, PikaPals? What you doing?
Well, the upside is he's not going to check any place that requires the boots.
That's silver lining.
Looks like he found the shovel, so gonna do a little bit of digging. Finding some arrows. That flute might take you to the Mire area. You can do it.
Not quite. I think he's gonna go for that Skull Woods fire rod locked location. And he may end up heading over to T-Rock soon. Remember, he hasn't found the ice rod, which was in Karkat's cave.
That's right. That's an upside, right? Silver lining. But he does have access to check a whole bunch of Turtle Rock from the main entrance.
Yeah. Karkat's cave is like the Dark World Sanctuary location. Oh, he's gonna reunite the Smiths. This isn't a bad plan. We know that's at the witch's hut, I believe.
Yeah, be better off just to mirror at this point and flute over.
He might be checking those caves along the way, like everything in Northern Dark World. That's probably
that's unfortunate.
Yep, super unfortunate. Gonna find the shop down here. As Gem bonks right into a hole.
Yeah, the sign just to the west of the cave that is the Dark Sanctuary very much has said for many versions that that's where Karkat's cave is. Ooh,
Karkat
that's actually
one of the developers of Randomizer, along with my buddy Vitor up here.
That's right. I say when Gem jumped into Moldorm there, he got bounced back. There is a small chance you can bounce back and land basically clipped on top of the 2 barriers there, like that L-shaped spot, if you do that, you will be soft locked, and the only thing you can do is save and quit.
Oh, wow. Dang.
Yeah.
Alright, looks like we're going for Swamp Palace here from Gem. And PikaPals is excited. He's like, oh boy, here we go.
I found a whole bunch of cash.
Oh wait, Carcass Cave had cash. Where was Ice Rod then? Oh, Mini Moldorm.
Which I think he'll...
Which was boots locked. Okay, that's good.
Yes.
That's good. Okay, I was wrong. Sometimes you get things all mixed up in your head. So it was close to here, but in the light world. It was in Bonk Rocks.
Yeah. Although he really needs to get him... I think at this point it might be... He feels that he checked it.
Yep. He's got to. And Gem knows that he's in go mode. 3 crystals to go. And then we got a Ganon fight. They know where Ganon is.
They absolutely do.
The magic bat.
So, I think something that would have made more sense in the original game, as soon as you mirror with the frog, like, he would just run off, because he knows where his brother is. He can't have, like, forgot how to get home.
Yeah, but it's become a dangerous place, man.
In the light world?
Yeah. Got, like, guards running around.
Crazy guards just doing guardly things.
Mm-hmm. Got random crazy birds flying at you.
That is true, but those crazy birds were always around.
So we'll see, actually, what's at the Smiths. Only a piece of heart.
A little bit of love for him.
And I imagine he's gonna go grab that purple chest now. Or maybe hit up Catfish before he does.
Yep, seems like the play. If Gem loses this one, the 3rd race, or I should say 2nd race, will be scheduled for tomorrow.
That's right. I think it'll be 2 p.m. tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern. But if Gem wins this here, he will be our champion.
And at the moment, he's currently tracking that direction, depending on whether or not Pika gets that bird over to Meyer.
Yeah, it's not over yet, because we gotta still do Ice Palace, which is fairly time-consuming. Although he can do it in go mode. And then he's gotta run up to the desert. But Pika is definitely going in the wrong direction right now. He really needs to make that play. I think he's doing that fire rod locked location here in Skull Woods. Just good play yet again.
It's another
outstanding
entrance.
Location. Yeah.
Yep. Luckily, though, without the boots, he won't be able to check the Turtle Rock main entrance, which is super time-consuming to get up to. Like remembering all your pathing to get up that direction.
Remember, Gem's gotta use Bombos on everything in here. I guess really just this Freezor and Cold Stare. Because he's not gonna be checking for that Fire Rod. He doesn't need it.
No, he's not stopping for any chest in this dungeon. He's just straight onto the boss, bomb jump. And... Oh, we're gonna...
Oh, pedestal check.
That would be awful.
But it's not. It's just 3 bombs.
And this entrance was...
Oh, no!
No.
It's Turtle Rock!
Oh no.
Oh, this is bad.
This is super bad.
Well, in we go.
Yep, this is just gonna be big old time waste. There's not even anything he could find in here that would be... Like, there's nothing left to find. Maybe a bottle?
This is just wasted time.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only non-junk item is the bottle. I'm pretty sure they found absolutely everything else in the game. Maybe a shield or a mail upgrade.
Or like a swag net.
Let's be real.
Alright, there's the bomb jump for Gem. Well done. You do find a map in Chain Chomps, so
Which means
no progress can be made.
That's good, good. Yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah.
Get locked out of there.
Maybe there's another T-Rock area in the Mire area. Maybe you should check it.
It looks like we're going back into Dark World, around Village of Outcasts.
Okay.
There might
Not
be
okay, actually. Rip.
Spike Cave? Wasn't Spike Cave around here somewhere?
Oh yeah. Wait, no, I thought Spike Cave was earlier. I don't know. We'll find out soon what PikaPals has on his mind. He's got the red key. Oh, this is doing Turtle Rock.
From the front.
From the front side. Oh, with that fire rod, it makes sense.
Yep. Although, even if he finds 2 keys here, like that just gets him basically back to where he was.
Well, if he gets the big key here, then he can go back to the other one.
Oh my god. Don't find the big key. Be on the bridge somewhere.
Be on the bridge somewhere. Alright, Gem's got his 6th crystal. It's a tie game on crystals.
We need
Gem
everyone
has those boots.
We need everyone to send their oh goodness. Everyone send your Juju to Pika to turn around and just go check the Mire region. We need the energy.
Send him your energy, folks. Flute to 6. Flute to 6.
Yeah, because Gem's just going to make absolute quick work of the racing game here. And by that I mean Desert Palace.
Yep.
An excellent location, though, for the back half of Desert Palace.
That is such a troll location. For that, it's really impressive that these guys found it so quickly. But they're veterans of the game. Gem is just racing through here.
Oh yeah, he's tearing this up, and he's going to be right next to the Ganon fight.
That's right.
We're looking at like just a few minutes left in this.
Yeah, this is actually clever routing from Gem, like deciding to leave this one for last so that he's right next to where Ganon is. That's a really good route right there.
Absolutely. Easy peasy last fight before Ganon. 3 silver arrows.
Beautifully executed.
Yeah. And Pika's going to be checking that laser bridge, probably finding the swag net, the red mail, and the mirror shield.
Probably. And he's going to be very disappointed. But he will be able to check this exit as well. We'll know where that is. Maybe it's the ether locked Turtle Rock entrance or something.
Some rupees. A compass.
But here we go. The Ganon fight begins on Gem's side. That just say something about cosplay.
Don't know. The entrance randomizer does their own Ganon text. If you generate from the thing, if you generate it off of the website, it has the standard Ganon text.
Oh, there's that red mail. Yeah.
And our back entrance leads to.
Oh, up here.
Which netted a piece of heart, and go to 6. 6. Don't go to 6. 6.
Oh.
Go to 6.
Going back.
Go to 6. Flute to 6. And Silver Arrows were with blind. And he fluted to 4. Yeah, 4.
Oh, we're gonna see a triple here?
Nope.
Oh, so close.
Super close. We got
That's
Gem
it!
landing that final arrow.
And that's gonna be GG for Gem, our Link to the Past randomizer entrance shuffle tournament champion. Congratulations to Gem, clutching this out, going undefeated in the entire tournament to take that win. GG. Did you steal the fourth triangle, Vitor?
No. There never was a fourth triangle.
Okay, just making sure.
There's just courage, wisdom, and power.
Fair enough.
But undefeated, that is quite a challenge.
Yeah, super awesome accomplishment from Gem. And being at such a deficit in this match as well, finding those gloves is basically the last thing that he could possibly do. Manages to take the win here. And it all came down to that boots location that PikaPals missed. Super unfortunate.
I think also reading it and being able to know that he was in go mode really quickly. Like the moment he was in go mode, he was just like, everything I'm doing, is leading me right to the end.
And it looks like we have our Link to the Past randomizer entrance shuffle tournament champion, Gem, here. Congratulations, Gem, on your win.
Big congratulations, Gem.
Thank you.
You feeling good? How are you feeling?
Well, now I'm feeling good. I felt kind of bad after dying a lot.
The early game was a little rough, but you definitely picked it back up, and certainly I think it was the Zora item that held you up a lot in the early game.
Yeah, it was, I think, the last thing I could take, except for doing Agar, but no thank you.
Not anyone's particular interest to do Aghanim.
Yeah.
But those gloves, man, those held you up for quite some time.
Yeah, I think I picked them up at like almost 50 minutes.
Yeah, it was getting close to that hour mark. It was quite rough. PikaPals managed to jump in there and find them. But he has been searching for boots for a long time.
A little over an hour, I think.
He actually went into the mire area and forgot the Dark Agana location where the boots were.
Oh no.
And so I think it's a thing that's just not on his radar, unfortunately.
Oh man.
Well, he was
sitting at 6 crystals when you were at 2, to give you some perspective. So you managed to make a really insane comeback here, and you knew you were in go mode. You raced through all of those dungeons very quickly. It's very impressive to see.
Yeah, it was excellent routing throughout the end of that.
Yeah, the end kind of made up for all the dumps in the beginning.
Oh, I think Pika might be making a play on the right side of Ganon's tower now.
Okay, I mean, that makes sense. Still, unfortunately, not the right play. He's made, like, really good plays, like, checking all these things that, honestly, I forgot about.
But yeah, that one missed location in the mire will just ruined him. Also, weirdly skipped one location in the hookshot cave, but you know.
So is like 6 heart full dark room Palace of Darkness something that you're generally comfortable doing? Because that was scary for me.
Yeah, that was an interesting play.
Well, usually I do better, but yeah, I should have just done it later, especially since there was only one more item in part.
It was a bold move, and you were almost there too. We were impressed that you even made it all the way to that room right before Helmsword King.
Well, Pika picked up the mirror shield in the tile room. I was wondering where that was. Thought it was on the Turtle Rock Bridge.
Oh, he doesn't have a key.
No. Why doesn't he have a key?
Oh, because there's one key on the torch.
Because he doesn't have the boots.
Oh! Tragic. So he went all the way there for tile room. Oh, goodness.
Yep, well, Dark World locations are where he needs to check. Let's hope he works his way back to the mire area as soon as possible.
Absolutely. Any other thoughts on the scene? You feel like it was overall generous, or?
I think it was pretty generous. Like, this could have probably been a way better time than what I did. But that's the case with all seats, I guess.
Yeah, when you have all these items scattered throughout the world, plus you gotta find all these different locations and things, it's so easy to overlook something. And I know you were probably kind of stressed out about finding Desert Palace for some time, right?
Yeah, I was. Like, I knew I was in go mode, but there was still the possibility that Desert could either be in a mid-stock location, which I luckily found the mids, GT, or it could have been at Turtle Rock, in which case I would have needed Ether.
Weirdly, you would have needed the boots to get Ether.
Oh, where was it?
Yeah,
it
was in a place that both of you could not get.
Yeah, at the time, you would have needed Mirror to get to the Mimic Cave entrance.
Oh.
And it was the library inside with Ether on it.
Damn.
So PikaPals saw it, but couldn't get it because he doesn't have boots. And you couldn't even find it. Oh, it was rough.
Oh, Pika's heading in the right direction.
Is this it? Is it happening?
This is it. I think this is finding the boots.
Oh my goodness, he's doing it, guys. Got him.
Oh.
He's throwing all the pots at it.
Alright, and he knows exactly where he needs to go, too. Like, it's not even a question. He knows the path he needs to take to get there. Which, by the way, I am thoroughly surprised and amazed. You guys have such excellent memories for, like, where everything is, like, all the connections are. Do you take notes when you're doing this, or do you just keep it all in your head as you're playing?
No, I take notes. I have, like, an Excel spreadsheet where there's all the locations, and I write down where they are.
Nice, because yeah, we're sitting here following along, and I'm like, how did you even get from there to there? But that was well done. The pathing, the routing. Yeah, Pika is directly heading to the front half of Desert, and then he'll quickly do the back half and basically be on his merry way.
Absolutely.
So I can see him finishing like in the next 3 minutes. Maybe 4.
Shoutouts to 22-second menu time. Thanks for that quick swap.
Yeah, I love quick swap. Can't we do something about that for normal random?
Don't talk to Vitor, I guess. Cat.
I believe we'll never be in race legal for quick swap. Is the current stance, and we have something coming in 27 called the quick menu, and that probably also won't be for races. The main reason being menuing is a skill to be able to open up the menu and select your items. It fits alongside the original game, but for just playing the game, I don't see anything wrong with having those things on or enabled. Like if you're not in a race. The idea is you want to compare people against their skills as relative to the vanilla game as you can.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, obviously we have to make some changes to make it, randomizable in certain ways, but we try to keep those far and few between. Like, I think at some point for entrance randomizer, we're going to decouple in the code the entrances and exits so we can have a lot more randomization options. But that's not like that's just kind of an internals thing we'd have to do. And Pika doing the final dungeon here on his way up to Lanmo. I expect it to be just as clean and quick as the one Gem did. And don't say I'm cursing him, chat. I'm not.
I'll say that you're cursing him. That's all you've been doing here, Vitor.
Yeah, Gem, when you go back and watch the VOD, just mute it. You don't want to hear the commentary.
There were lots of cursing. Commentator cursing, at least.
There was no cursing.
So it was your fault that I died.
No. I think there was one where it was like, you're doing really good on this fight, and then at that exact moment, everything just went awful.
So is entrance shuffle one of your favorite ways to play this game? Because I know you're a strong player, and you're also in the main randomizer tournament that's ongoing right now, but...
yeah, I'd say it's one of my favorites. There's a lot of interesting things that can happen in entrance. Like forced, fight a sword, vitreous, and stuff like that. Well, I mean, that can happen in normal random too, I guess, but it's a lot less common. I like stuff like that.
Certainly. So, a real important question for you. How many times have you ever gone into, say, like, Ganon's Tower, or Turtle Rock, or Skull Woods, and thought that you can beat it, but didn't realize you didn't have a fire source?
When I started playing entrance randomizer, it happened a lot, but now I've gotten kind of used to it and avoid it.
Fair enough. Sorry, the whole commentary, I kept forgetting that fire was required for a lot of these things, mainly because in regular randomizer, you would more than likely happen to have a fire source at those times.
Yeah,
but
in entrance, you can search a long time for them. that happens.
Yeah, you actually missed the other fire source, which was buried in Ice Palace behind Bombos, so Bombos was your only way in.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it was in the... Was it all the way up in the big key chest?
I think it was the one next to it.
Okay, the map chest.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow.
That was clutch.
He just got sat on by Ganon, and that kept him up on the platform.
And the double to finish it off. Very nicely done.
Very nicely done. Let's get some GGs for PikaPals. Yeah. I believe this puts him in second place for the tournament.
Yes, it would. For sure. So yeah, a strong second place finish from PikaPals. Not too far off, considering leaving that location behind. So GG to him. He's got an official time of 2:09:02.
Very
nice. Let's see if we can get him in here to talk about his fun boots excursion.
The search for more boots.
All right, it looks like we have our second place finisher in the Link to the Past randomizer entrance shuffle tournament, PikaPals. GG, man.
GG.
Hey, thanks. GG, Jim.
I know it was a rough seed for you, Pika. You were following the clues throughout the whole race. You actually pulled a fair amount ahead of Gem by going to Zora and grabbing those gloves early on. But then the worst thing happened. You missed the boots.
Yeah, of course. The one screen where I hit, okay, I'm close enough to go mode, I can start rushing dungeons. The boots are like over to the right.
Oh wow, I could see that happening. That's unfortunate. And
I
it was
got the lamp, and
really your last item too.
Yeah. Like the lamp just put me into I can finish everything except like 50% chance of finishing desert. I'll take those odds. Chances are boots are in like Gans Tower or something. Or, the well. I don't know.
You found you even found the well.
Oh, he
yeah.
found a lot of things. I'll be interested to see his item collection count, because you searched high and low for those things. But it looked like you eventually remembered to go back.
Yeah, was the Meyer location always on your mind as a place that you had passed up?
Yeah, I knew it was there. Like, I knew I left a few entrances and needed to go back eventually. It wasn't very high priority with, like, 5 dungeons, I think, left to check.
Fair enough. Do you realize you skipped a chest in the Hookshot Cave?
I thought I went back for that chest. Or did I forget to, like, pick it up?
No, you went right by it.
You walked right by it. We were wondering what was happening, if it was some meme or something you were trying to start.
No, I might have just forgotten.
No, that's fine.
I didn't really care that much about Hookshot Cave. I was still trying to get 2 dungeons.
Fair enough.
No, that makes perfect sense. And you were racing through them, too.
Making great time.
Yeah.
But like all randomizers, sometimes it's just one location with one item that can really just throw off the game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Although
that happens.
The time you have on this is super amazing. I couldn't come anywhere close to this time.
Same.
So, a big GG.
And you got to be proud of getting all the way to the grand finals here. Both of you guys put on an excellent show throughout the entire tournament and in the grand finals here. So, should definitely be proud of that. Any other interesting comments about the seed? Or anything in general about the tournament?
Yeah, not too much. Like, it was a pretty nice seed overall. It was just the lamp trolled me into not finding the boots.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you guys kept going into places where you needed fire sources, and then finally you found one too. So I'm sure it was very exciting to get that.
Yeah, like I think I was super pumped when I found the mirror in Hype Cave. That was the best, because that just hookshot was what I really wanted.
Yes, and actually you had a strong advantage with both the gloves and the mirror. You were able to use those to your advantage a lot in the early game.
And you also managed to use that mirror to find the ether medallion, which I'm sure you were probably thinking, oh, maybe that'll get me into desert or something, because I know you were also looking for desert for a while. Gem was as well, but...
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Like, oh, am I going to have to get the boots to get the ether medallion to get into non-boot slot desert? That would be silly.
That would be funny.
But overall, I mean, like, I guess the seed was a little bit nicer to you in that respect. It didn't necessarily require you to have Fire Rod, although you did find it. That was a surprising location for that.
Yeah, Fire Rod likes to hang out in Ice Palace sometimes.
He most certainly does.
It's just a nice place for it.
I think it's been hanging out in Ice Palace and Misery Mire more than it ever should be. That's actually not true, but you take more note of it when it's like locked behind either the lamp or Bombos in some way.
Yeah, it just feels like it at least.
Yeah, I agree.
Any other final thoughts, maybe from our tournament champion here, Jem?
Well, I just want to throw out a big thank you to everyone involved with this, to SMBI for organizing this whole thing, to Fiesel for restreaming, to all the commentators and trackers, and all the other racers. This tournament was a ton of fun. So, thank you to everyone.
Absolutely. Let's hope to see another one sometime in the future. Definitely, and big thanks to Fiesel and SMBI and all the people who made this happen. It's been a wonderful tournament to watch.
Oh yeah, for sure. I love Entrance Rando. I've enjoyed watching you guys duke it out. I'm nowhere near as good at it, but I'll watch and have a good time watching other people be awesome at it. And coming in with around 2-hour times here, incredibly awesome. So
Yeah.
Well done to both of you, and yeah, again, this has been an awesome tournament. Thanks for everyone involved, commentators, trackers, restreamers, everything.
Especially our two trackers that were helping us out today.
Epibliticos and Furime. So you guys are awesome. Vitorp, you're awesome.
Alucard, you're awesome.
You're both awesome.
And I think with that, we may wrap things up here.
Yep, I believe that is what we're going to do.
Awesome. Well, I guess I should take a peek at the schedule here and see what's next up for us. Probably more Link to the Past goodness coming at you.
And while he is looking up that schedule, make sure you follow both of our runners. Doing an amazing job. They have many more matches coming up in many other tournaments, as well as just generally watching them play, because these two guys were rocking that entire seed. So make sure you follow them.
Absolutely. Yeah, it looks like on this channel in about 25 minutes we're going to have a 6 p.m. Eastern Time Link to the Past randomizer main tournament matchup. I believe... Yeah, that's coming up here in a bit. There's going to be some Final Fantasy 1 randomizer on Speed Gaming 3 at 6:30 p.m. Eastern.
That is such a great game.
And on, of course, Speed Gaming, we have the ongoing relay race happening right now, so that's incredible. We have some Spectre Knight happening at 8:30 tonight, Pokemon Puzzle League at 9 p.m. Eastern, and then 10 p.m. it looks like some more Link to the Past randomizer and Earthbound. So plenty of more exciting stuff coming at you today, and more of that tomorrow. Lots of stuff this weekend, including the Ocarina of Time Championship Series tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. Definitely check that one out. But with that, thank you all for watching, and I will bid you farewell and give my awesome co-commentator Vitorp the last word here.
Pancakes.
So should I give a speech or something?
Absolutely, it's your tournament. Everyone, this is SMBI. Alucard and I are going to go ahead and sign off right now and leave it up to SMBI to close everyone out.
Yeah, you have the last word, buddy.
Alright, thanks for commentating, you two. And thanks to Fiesel for, helping with organizing this tournament and for most of the restreaming, letting us use Speed Gaming 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. I don't know if we were on 4, but at least SG 1, 2, and 3. He also set up the submission forms for the matches, for scheduling, and for making the spreadsheet so that everybody could take a look at the schedule. Game Boy F9 and Mythical helped to restream. and Game Boy F9, he let us use Randomizer Mania. Mekon helped to make all the Twitch videos and export them to YouTube. Tear for being our resident tracker bot. There is Epib, Litikos, iBasley, and Mekon for helping with scheduling for the trackers and commentators. LL Cool Dave, he was the one that put all the development into the entrance randomizer, so without his hard work, well, we couldn't have had this tournament, so big props to him. He also helped to generate the seeds for the tournament. Everybody that volunteered for commentator tracking, there was like so many people that wanted to commentate that, you know, they never had a chance to before, so I figured, well, now's your chance. And it was good. The commentating was like 10 out of 10 every time. Thank you to all the viewers, of course. You know, without you guys, there would pretty much be no point in having the tournament. We're here to put on a show for you guys. So, thanks for tuning in and for watching. And, I don't know if I missed anything else, but congratulations to Jem for coming in first, being undefeated in the tournament.
Thank you.
And to our runner-up PikaPals, despite the fact that he didn't have boots, so he couldn't run.
Yeah, thanks.
I think there was a number of memes that got made from this tournament. Most of them having to do with the Hyrule shopping mall down by Dark World Ice Cave, as well as a few other things. I can't remember all of them. There's lots. Anyways, thanks everybody. It was a blast. We had some ups and downs, but overall it went pretty good. And with that, I think we're gonna close it out. Thanks everybody, and who knows, maybe we'll have another one at some point. GG. A win.